I knew one couple. From outside, they look very perfect. She was gorgeous, he was very handsome, and both are very intelligent, well-educated, very polite people, extremely pleasant in communication. I thought that they are ideal couple. But one time, he comes to me and he says, Dada, I live in hell. I say, what do you mean? Why? He said, every day I come home, 8 o'clock, after doing a lot of hard work. I am working just to maintain family. I do such a big effort to maintain this family. But every time I come home, there is a drama. And I encounter unprovoked fury of my wife. She is so jealous. And I control myself. In the city, when we walk, I just look, straight. I never look here and there. In the social networks, I never do this mistake that I put like to anybody. One time I did this mistake that many people at the same time, they requested friendship. And I just tak. Wow, she discovered that crime. She has been punishing me for 3 weeks. He said, Dada, every day I come home and the drama starts. Tired I am, not tired, doesn't matter. I need to wake up early tomorrow. She does not care. She will torture me with her jealousy. So imagine, you can write in the comments with your predictions. How was the story of this family ended? It will be interesting to read. In this video, I will talk about envy and jealousy. I will tell you my story, how I was jealous, how I was envious, and how I resolved it. And I will tell you about different ancient philosophies. And most importantly, I will explain you 3 most powerful ways how you can dispel the envy and jealousy from your heart. Because jealousy is an enemy. In yoga psychology, it is considered to be an enemy. Why an enemy? Because we want to be happy. And we are happy. We don't have to do anything to be happy. But when the enemy comes, it steals happiness from your heart. In the book, which is called, difficult to pronounce, Zhuangzi, is a Chinese book. It is written that it is such a defect that poisons the heart. Therefore, the owner of that defect becomes grayish and greenish. Any other kind of sin will give first sweetness and later give bitterness. But this particular sin of jealousy, it will only give you bitterness. In the moment when you experience it, it is bitter. And the results of this sin, the results of this defect, is bitter as well. Our entire history has been driven by jealousy. Sometimes progressive things even were done with jealousy, but many times destruction and death and grief and suffering was created by that. The first story that we learn about jealousy is the story of the Abel and Cain in Bible. So Abel was rearing the cattle and Cain was doing agriculture. So both has given some sacrifices to God. And then the God looked at Abel and said, "You're a great man, very nice, I enjoyed your offerings." And then he looked at the sacrifice of Cain, he said, "Yeah, also you're okay." Thank you very much. So Cain has become so jealous and so bitter in his heart. So in that anger, he went and he killed his brother Abel. We know this story is a very classical biblical story. And then God asked him, "Where is your brother Abel?" And he said, "I am not the guardian of my brother. I don't know." And then God says, "What have you done?" The grief rises from the earth. I feel that grief from what you have done. So this is a very ancient thing. And different philosophers like Aristotle, they were defining it like Aristotle was saying that envy is the grief because of the good of others. When you see somebody is happy, you become unhappy. And what was the medicine of the Aristotle? Megalopsychia. You can say in English, magnanimity of the mind. What is the magnanimous mind? When you are happy, I am more happy. And when you are sad, I am also sad. I feel compassion to you. So that was the recipe of Aristotle. Seneca, another Greek philosopher, he was saying that jealousy and envy is the sign of the smallness of the soul. And he was saying that this jealousy comes from comparison. You are comparing yourself with others. René Girard, another philosopher, he wrote a book, Violence and the Divine, something like that. So we are violent by nature, and we can stop that violence by divinity, by sacred. Violence is sacred, I think, like that. So he defined jealousy as a mimetic crisis. Mimetic means we are trying to mimic. We are trying to mimic the other person. I want what you want. This object is not so important for me, but because you want this object, I also want this object. You understand? So today, with the social networks and everything, so we are teaching each other how to desire certain objects. Actually, I don't need it until I saw that you have it. Now I need it. So that is the mimetic crisis. I want to be like you, and I hate you because you have taught me to desire that which you own. So Seneca was saying that you should stop comparing yourself with others. This is the cure. And instead, focus on gratitude. Today, I have a lot of things. We are living in the 21st century. You know, people of 2000 years ago, they would say, why on earth you are not happy? You have a washing machine, you have a dishwashing machine, you have so many fantastic things, you have an iron, you have an internet. It's great. You have such a great life. How you can be unhappy? No, because that jealousy steals the happiness from us. So, vulnerability of the jealousy. Don't compare yourself with others. The jealousy will not enter into your heart. Thomas of Aquinas, he was also defining it is a grief about the good of others. And his suggestion was to cure with caritas, or with very charitable love, that you outpour the love from your heart. So that's also, I felt, for me personally, this recipe is the best. And then now we come for Patanjali. Patanjali was the founder of yoga philosophy. So he explains that you need to fight this jealousy by replacing it with other positive emotions. And he gives this wonderful shloka. He said, Maitri Karuna, Mudita Upekshanam, Sukha Dukha Punya Punya Bhavanatah Chitta Prasadanam. It means there are 4 kinds of people, and to 4 kinds of people you need to cultivate 4 attitudes. So now we are coming to the recipe, how to cure jealousy. So number 1 comes from Patanjali. To the people who are happy, cultivate feeling of friendliness. He's my friend. Because how the jealousy comes? There is object of desire, and there is the other. Object of desire and the other. In this combination, envy happens. Let's say, if there is no other, there will be no envy also. I give you an example. One of my close disciples and students, his name is Acharya Abhidhyan Brahmachari. So we were moving together. He was learning from me all the knowledge of yoga. And at some time, somebody came to me and they were telling me, Dada, I think he has surpassed you. He has become a better teacher than even you. I have been trying, to cultivate this ability to transmit this yogi philosophy for many years. And then what to do? Then I decided not to feel anything bad. I decided to feel happiness. Because why? Why I could do that? Because he is my continuation. He is my success. He is basically me. He is not the other. He is me. I know several examples with there is one woman, and she's like very loving person. And as long, and she has she accepts other women as her, like she is the mother, and others they're like her younger sisters. There is no, she will hear all their complaints and she will console them and all. But then something happened, and she stopped to consider these women as hers. Then immediately they become enemies. Then cannot tolerate. So the jealousy. So one time also, I was in one city, and one brother came to me. He said, Dada, I don't like this man. I said, why? He's not rational. He said, I don't know. I don't like his haircut, how he smiles, how he talks. It's just, he really triggers me. I don't understand. I don't know why. I said, okay, I give you one mantra. He said, okay, what mantra? I said, mantra against the jealousy. He said, what? He is my friend. Repeat this mantra 100 times a day. Anytime you see him, anytime you get triggered, repeat. He is my friend. So this is one cure. You understand? There is no other. He is part of you. And even in the beginning, now if you think, oh, no way, I'm going to repeat that. I hate that person. I'm not going to repeat that. He is my friend. But you try. Just to purify your heart, just to clean your heart, you try. He is my friend. He is my friend. And you will see, slowly, the attitude in your mind will start to shift. And finally, you will find that I don't have any jealousy. I don't have any envy. So that is the recipe of the Patanjali. To the happy people, feel that they are my friend. Then next, to the people in sorrow, in pain, feel compassion. It is for us natural, like, I told you. Of course, God exists. He has punished you for your stupid behavior, and it is right that you are suffering now. You should suffer more. Actually, I think you should suffer more. So you see, jealousy. Unhappy when somebody is happy, and very happy when someone is unhappy. It is another side of the coin of jealousy. So don't allow yourself that. Instead, go into the shoes of other person. How he or she does feel exactly right now. Let me imagine, let me be in his shoes. When you feel the suffering of the person, that is called compassion. And with that compassion, you want that suffering to stop. This is the proper attitude. Then, mudita means joy for the success and for the admiration of the others' qualities, great qualities. Like jealous person, how he will say, oh, of course he has become rich. His parents were rich. Oh, what kind of genius he is. He just gathered some other genius together and then he paid the money, and then that's why he has become successful. All his success is built on the success of others. He has done nothing. So, depreciation, devaluation of others. Because this is how the person medicates himself from the pain of unfulfillment. And I will come to that point very, very soon. It is also a very, very important point to cure the jealousy. So instead of doing that, admire. Learn the habit of admiring others. I admire entrepreneurship. I admire the genius. I admire the musical talent. I admire the way the person speaks. I admire the erudition. Keep admiring. As you think, so you become. You download those qualities from other people when you admire. It is very important to have somebody to admire. And then final, punya upekshanam. Those people who are doing something bad, something defective, sinful, don't become engaged with that. Come, I tell you, do you know this John? You know what he has done? You know what? You admire him, but do you know what kind of person is he? Come, I will tell you. Okay, tell me what is he? What is he doing? So this unhealthy interest in the defects of others leads person to his downfall. So become disinterested into that. So this is the recipe of the Patanjali. Basically, all those philosophers, they're saying, don't compare yourself. Be grateful. Instead of inner poverty, cultivate the inner richness. You feel, I am rich, I have a lot. I am very fortunate, I am very lucky. When you feel, I am lucky, I am fortunate, oh, you feel like overflowing, you want to give joy to others. But when you think about somebody else, and you think he is more fortunate than me, immediately you go into the state of inner contraction and poverty. And you don't want to give anything to others. Even one good word you don't want to give. You're so stingy to say any good work, any good word. Okay, this is the first. Second, very important thing. In my observation, it was a big question in my mind. Sometimes I see yogis, established yogis, deeply jealous, full of jealousy. Anybody does anything good, they become full of poison. And you think, why? How is that possible? Answer is this. You have your volume as a personality. You have certain qualities and talents and qualifications. And if you do not utilize those qualities, you become bitter. So it is very interesting. In Sanskrit, this jealousy and envy defined as irsya. You see such a word, irsya. It has some vibe, some feel of irsya. And it is also translated as staticity. That was one big key for me, staticity. It means you're stagnant. You're not utilizing your potentiality. And that creates deep unhappiness within. And when you see somebody is utilizing their potentiality, you get really triggered by that. You feel like, and then you need to depreciate the person very quickly. Otherwise, you feel very much pain inside. Because your soul wants to grow, and you're not allowing that soul to grow. So it is important to set high goals in your life and move towards those goals. Utilize your energy, utilize your potential. I have a friend of mine. He said, one of my employees, so toxic, so jealous. And what I did? I gave him so much work, so much. I loaded him with the work and with the challenging works. Not just the work he knows how to do, but something new that he has to learn. I made him busy. And you know what happened? After 1 week, he is so happy. He is so polite. He's praising everybody. He just became completely turned positive. I also saw this in my experience also. One person was very good. Then I wanted to encourage him and reward him somehow for his sincerity. So I took a lot of physical work from him and gave him like, okay, you study, you do this and that. He became so toxic. So his heart immediately became black. When he stopped being busy, when he stopped utilizing his energy, he became dark. So constantly make ourselves engaged in a pursuit of expressing our talents. This is very important. And the third, most important, how I told you that I will tell you my story of jealousy. I have a great friend. His name is Dada Sadananda. I always admired him. He is a great discipline, very good intellect, very fantastic sense of humor. But you know what was the problem? Everybody loves him, but not me. We were in Sweden, in Stockholm, and people come for collective meditation or for lectures and just get mesmerized by him. They just look at him. Nobody looks at me. Nobody cares for me. And okay, first time, okay, no problem. He's my friend. Second time, third time, fourth time. And I already feel, inferior. I start to compare, do I want or I don't want it, but I start to compare him and me. And there is this feeling of other, me and other. So I go deeper and deeper into darkness. And one day I was thinking, why I'm so jealous? Why my heart has become so dark? And I realized, you know why? Because some emptiness happened in my heart. Because I stopped being happy somewhere. And I realized that it is because I didn't do enough spiritual practice, enough sadhana, enough meditation. And then I thought, okay, let me try. Then I sit and I really focus on divine love. We don't need anything. We don't need anything. In this world, we think we need fame and glory and money, but nothing of that satisfies us. That's the problem. That's why even the richest person, he is still unhappy. Because happiness doesn't come from that. Oh, it helps a little bit to have a good life. But happiness comes from love. And as long as your heart receives love and feels love, you are going to be fine. So I focus, I start to meditate. I sat like 1.5 hours, very strongly. And then my heart was filled with love. Meditation is a very sure way to experience love, to feel love constantly, like you live. Your every day is full of love. And the longer, the older I become, the more love I feel actually. In my heart, I feel like so much love actually. So I meditate long. And I feel love. And all is gone. All that jealousy is gone. I look at my friend, I admire him. I think, yeah, he deserves. Of course, he should be admired. He is a great man. It's just gone. All that jealousy is gone. So I give you 3 methods. Number 1, change the emotion. Here, restructure your mind. Retrain your mind. Retrain. Instead of feeling jealous, start feeling, my friend. Instead of feeling happy for unhappiness, no, compassion. Instead of depreciating the person, devaluating the person, admire. And when there is somebody is doing something wrong, be indifferent. Gratitude. Don't compare with others. These are mental things. Set up the speed of life. High goals. Achieve those goals. Express your talents. Don't allow the talents to rot inside of you. And meditation. Meditation is the mother of happiness. If you are not yet meditating, start. Start today. It is 5 minutes just to learn. I will put the link under this video and simple meditation. I will put another link, advanced meditation. So try both of that. There is a course also, which we call it Consciousness of Outstanding Personality. You can join also with our Telegram and WhatsApp channels and Messenger channels to be in our company, to read, learn about meditation and things like that. So I think this meditation is the most important. Yeah. So what happened to that family? What did you write in the comments? They have divorced. And I think that was very, very lucky. that was the best outcome possible, because I really worried, because I saw her fury. She's such a small, very petite, lady. Very nice, very beautiful. But her fury was incredible. I was thinking they might kill each other sometime. So they divorced. I was happy. Okay, that's good. Apart from each other. But those days, if I knew all these things that I'm telling you now, I could help them. Those days. But I couldn't. And they couldn't keep the family. So yeah, write in the comments what you think about all of that. And thank you for listening.